Wolfepit. $2 General Tso's chicken and shrimp fried rice. All that. These are more than $2 now. I know that much. Things are almost $4 now. This is a while back. Wolfepit. What are we eating? The Wolfepit. Now these always been good. He might think something different. So, but it depends on how he's gonna cook them. But so usually go in the microwave. The little cups kind of look like ice cream cups. Let's see what he thinks about them.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wolfepit with another episode of What Are We Eating? I love traditional Chinese food and not so traditional American Chinese food, like Chinese shrimp fried rice and American Chinese General Tso's chicken. These two dishes are very easy to make and very delicious to eat. Although the actual cooking process is very quick for both of these dishes, having all the necessary seasonings and sauces to make good Chinese food isn't practical or affordable for someone who doesn't cook Chinese food very often. All-purpose, naturally brewed soy sauce and chemically produced soy sauce are most common in American homes.
I remember that one too.
But things like light soy sauce or dark soy sauce, sesame oil, oyster sauce, hoisin sauce, Szechuan peppercorns, etc. aren't common in most American households. And to most people, it doesn't make sense and it's not cost-effective to buy a lot of ingredients to make one dish one time. But if you make Chinese food on a regular basis at home, like I do, then it does make sense and it is cost-effective to have all these ingredients on hand. Which is why a lot of people go out to a restaurant to have Chinese food, or they order takeout. But takeout can be kind of sketchy at times, and it gets expensive.
Okay.
But now you can have Taipei's frozen shrimp fried rice.
Let me get that back. Hold on, let me get that back. That was funny.
Order takeout. But takeout can be...
see, the cat of yours. No ask no more. That's funny.
Kind of sketchy at times, and it gets expensive.
No, we did not see your cat. Stop. Oh boy, that's messed up. That's messed up.
Shrimp fried rice and
but that there is good.
Spicy chicken in a matter of minutes at home for only $2.08 each. I've seen these in the grocery store for years, and if you remember, their packages used to look like Chinese carryout containers. Now they look like ice cream containers. I always pass on buying them because I've never had good frozen Chinese food.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They look like ice cream things now. But these, I seen them at the Walmart on the site, but they're out of stock all the time. So either they stopped making them or they stopped selling them. But yeah, they look the new cups look like ice cream. The things ice cream come in, but smaller.
It's just not good. But I had a viewer a while back ask me to try Taipei meals, so I picked these two up. They have a wide variety of other meals if you don't like either of these. Let's go with a 9-ounce container of shrimp fried rice first, which is shrimp, vegetables, and fried rice with an oyster-flavored sauce. When your cravings turn to Asian cuisine, satisfy them with this restaurant-inspired shrimp and rice classic. Ready your chopsticks for tender shrimp, crisp vegetables, flavor-infused rice, and our signature oyster-flavored sauce. It's everything you want from takeout, only better. The ingredients don't look too bad, and there's not too many individual ingredients. But the sub-ingredients make it look like there's more ingredients than there really are. The serving size is the whole container, which has 410 calories, 11 grams of total fat, 1 gram of saturated fat, no trans fat, 45 milligrams of cholesterol, 850 milligrams of sodium, 65 carbohydrates, 3 grams of fiber, 6 grams of sugars, and 12 grams of protein. You can only heat these in the microwave. It says to remove the safety seal, then microwave on high with the lid on for 3 minutes, then let it stand for 2 minutes. They show you the volume of what's in the container when it's frozen, and then once it's cooked, which makes sense that the volume is going to shrink when everything thaws out. So let's open up the container and see what it looks like before we heat it up. And right off the bat, I was pretty surprised at the size and the amount of shrimp in the frozen meal. There's also peas, carrots, and baby corn. So let's get it into the microwave and heat it up. After microwaving on high for 3 minutes and resting for 2 minutes, our fried rice is done. Everything still looks good and vibrant. I think you're supposed to eat these out of the container, but I gave it a stir and then poured it out on a plate so that you, the people, could see it better.
See what you're eating.
It actually looks pretty good. I thought it was going to be a big, clumpy, soggy mess, but it's not. The peas and carrots to rice ratio looks perfect. It's not an overload of peas and carrots. Once everything was spread out on the plate, I stuck a shrimp like I'd shake a snitch. I really expected the shrimp to shrink down a little bit, but they're still decent size for a frozen meal. Usually in frozen meals, you get this very tiny salad shrimp. The shrimp had a good texture. They weren't mushy or rubbery at all, but they didn't have a whole lot of flavor. They were pretty bland. A little soy sauce or salt and pepper would solve that problem. Next, I tried a piece of baby corn, and I really didn't like it. And I usually love baby corn.
Baby corn is
usually tender and tasty.
The rice
but this
is good.
baby corn was hard. It had a woody, fibrous texture. Then I tried some of the rice, and the texture was good, not mushy at all, but again, not a whole lot of flavor. A little soy sauce will fix that. Finally, I went in for a spoonful of everything. And it was good. Just again, not a lot of flavor. Once the video was done, I did add a little bit of soy sauce, and it helped tremendously.
Yeah, that soy sauce will get it kicked up.
Now for the general.
Oh, the ad.
This marks the potential start of a third world war, and we will soon be hit with a silent, untraceable attack on America.
Now for the General Tso's spicy chicken. This one's 11 ounces.
That
It
one's
contains
good.
breaded chicken white meat and vegetables and
Real
spicy
good.
sauce with fried rice. This particular dish declares victory in the battle for flavor superiority. That's why we salute General Tso's spicy chicken, because it ranks right up there with authentic Asian-style takeout. Now for the ingredients. The vegetables are great, as is the fried rice. It just looks like there's a lot more ingredients than there really are, because it's showing the individual ingredients. The same goes for the sauce. Ingredients of ingredients. But then we get to the chicken, and like I've said before, anytime you see fritter, patty, or nugget, it's usually not good. And in this case, it doesn't look good. This looks like what I like to refer to as a formed meat slurry. In other words, chicken is ground up with binders and fillers, shaped and breaded. The serving size is the whole container, which has 420 calories, 10 grams of total fat, 1 gram of saturated fat, no trans fat, 20 milligrams of cholesterol, 790 milligrams of sodium, 67 carbohydrates, 4 grams of fiber, 17 grams of sugars, and 14 grams of protein. You heat this up the same way you do the fried rice, except this goes in for 5 minutes versus 3 minutes. But let's take a peek before it goes into the microwave. The chicken, they look like little tiny meatballs, which is essentially what they are. But just like the fried rice, the vegetables look really good. So into the microwave it goes. After microwaving
That one's
for
got
5
sauce
minutes
in it
on high
already.
and resting for another 2 minutes, our spicy General Tso's chicken is
So I remember
ready.
the sauce on the bottom.
Just like with the fried rice, you can see it shrunk down a good bit. So let's give it a stir and get it plated up. I apologize for not showing me stirring it, but there's sauce at the bottom of the bowl. So let's spread it out and dig in. Of course, I gotta try the chicken first, so I got a meatball. Then I popped it in my pie hole, and as much as I wanted to hate this formed meat slurry meatball, I couldn't. Of course it didn't taste like a real piece of General Tso's chicken, but it was good for what it is. Frozen Chinese
Not
food,
bad.
which usually I don't use the words good and frozen Chinese food in the same sentence. But this is an exception. The breading was not crisp, which I did not expect it to be, but it wasn't soggy either. The sauce was good. It wasn't overly sweet or spicy. Actually, I consider it very mild spice-wise, but it had a nice balance of flavors. I tried a carrot, which had a great texture, still somewhat crisp and sweet. Same thing for the broccoli. Great texture, especially being frozen broccoli, not mushy at all. Then I got a forkful of just the rice and the sauce. And the flavor did pretty much mimic the rice and sauce of a restaurant's General Tso's chicken.
There was sauce in that one.
I got one more chicken ball, slicked the sauce off,
chicken
took a
ball.
bite so you can see the meat concoction better. Finally, one big bite of everything together. And it was pretty darn good. So let's go back and go over the shrimp fried rice. It was good. There was a decent amount of good-sized shrimp for a frozen meal.
That one just needs
And they weren't
soy sauce.
rubbery or mushy. They were cooked just right. The rice, peas, and carrots all had a good texture and were not mushy at all. The baby corn, I didn't like it at all.
Yeah, that's the
But
only
the
thing.
flavor of the meal as a whole was pretty
Not too
bland.
good in there.
But a couple splashes of
forgot
soy
about
sauce fixed that.
Corn.
So with all of this said, For $2 and change, it's a pretty good tasting quick lunch, and I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. The General Tso's spicy chicken wasn't spicy, but it was good. The flavor was great. It wasn't sickening sweet or too spicy to eat. It had a nice balance of flavors. The broccoli and carrots were very good. Still somewhat firm and tasty. The rice was good, and the sauce, it was delicious. Even though the chicken was breaded meat slurry meatballs, they were good. The texture wasn't too bad, but that yummy sauce helped a lot. So with all of that said, this is another good quick lunch or dinner for $2 and change, which deserves a 7 out of 10.
Yes.
I'll get some of these again on
It's
occasion
more than
when I
$2,
cook
my friend.
Also try some of
Way
their other
more.
flavors. If you'd like to help support the Wolf Pit, consider being a patron. You can pledge as little as $1 a month. That's only $12 for the whole year. Or you can pledge more. That's up to you. Either way, every little bit's appreciated and helps me produce more high-quality videos more often for you, the people. Thank you all very much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.
Yeah, I tried those two, and the chicken one, chicken and rice, or chicken fried rice. But one thing I do, he said, like the rice or the shrimp fried rice had no flavor. Sometimes I mix them together. Mix the shrimp fried rice with the General's chicken, and then shoot a little seasoning sauce, soy sauce on there. Oh, it's good. Yeah, that's not bad. But Walmart stopped carrying the General's chicken. All I got is that sweet and sour and that orange chicken, and that can stay there. It's horrible. Ooh, boy, I tell you right now, he might like it, but it's horrible. So if you did a review on that, but that one, I just remember when I got some stuff from there, they gave me the sweet and sour. I was like, I don't even want that. Not the sweet, I think it was the orange chicken. Yeah, that's I think it's sweet and sour, the orange chicken. It wasn't the spicy one. Well, it was terrible. And the other thing with the shrimp, the only thing wrong with it is that, like I said, I forgot about the corn. But other than that, those are good. Like I said, just shoot little sweet and sour or sweet and sour soy sauce on there, and then you're good.